Dear HNDT Agriculture second year students, again we'll meet for the subject of AG 2102 Export Agricultural Crops and Medicinal Plant Production, lecture number 2, Coffea Cultivation. Then Coffea come under the family Rubiaceae. Then we'll go to the origin, distribution and current status of the industry. Then coffee was introduced to Sri Lanka by Arabs in 1503 and Dutch started the cultivation in 1658. Then thereafter British identified it as a commercial crop. Therefore, it was grown up to 19th century, well in tea growing areas. Then thereafter, the coffee rust disease killed most of the plantation. Then actually, almost all the plantation got the disease of coffee rust. This is the coffee rust symptoms you can see. Then it will spread through wind blown rain like that. Then therefore, then totally cultivation got affected due to coffee rust disease. Then now there are Arabica varieties and hybrids that are resistant to coffee rust. Therefore, now there is no problem. In these diagrams, you can see the first one, colonial adventurers, then the second, third and fourth. Second, third and fourth, it was shown scenes of mountain forest destruction for coffea cultivation. Then thereafter, then the fifth one, there are a lot of laborers here. Then you can see, then actually those are imported labor from southern India for the cultivation. Then bottom row, the first one is new coffea factory. This is new coffea factory, and the second and third one is the sorting process of coffee. Then fourth and fifth one, coffea picker. Then they are doing the harvesting practices. Then it is very primitive cultivation actually. Then there is a big history behind the coffee cultivation. Then we will go to the current status of the industry. Then among almost 100 species of the Coffea genus, Coffea arabica and Coffea canopora, that means Arabica coffee and Robusta coffee economically dominate the world coffee trade. That is being responsible for about 99% of world bean production. Then 70% of the consumption comes from Arabica and 30% consumption comes from Robusta. Next, we'll move on to the major growing areas in Sri Lanka. Then Kandy, Matale, Nuwara, Badulla, Monaragala, Kegol, Ratnapura, Colombo, Kalutara, Gampaha, Galle, Matara and partly Kurunegala. You can see here. Then different kind of places marked here. Then we'll move on to the varieties. Then there are commercial species. Then there are about 60 species. Among that, there are 3 species of economic importance. First one is Coffea arabica, that is Arabica coffee. This one is the Coffea arabica, then Coffea canopora. that is Robusta coffee. This one is Coffea liberica excelsa. This is tree coffee. Then here you can see different kind of species. This is Arabica coffee. This is Robusta coffee. Then this is Arabica tree and Arabica beans. And here these are the Robusta tree and Robusta beans and Liberica tree and Liberica beans you can see here. Then we'll go to the characteristic of the species. Then these are the characteristic and these are the species. Then we'll go to the climatic character. Then Coffea arabica. Coffea arabica tolerate cooler, high elevation regions of tropics. Why is that? Coffea canopera tolerate warm, humid conditions in low altitudes. Then Coffea liberica excelsa, then warm and wet conditions and tolerate various types of soil from clay to peat. Elevation, then Coffea arabica or Arabica coffee tolerate high altitudes. 750 meter above mean sea level up to 1800 meter from mean sea level. Actually that is high altitudes, and in high altitude areas may have the cooler regions. And here Coffea canopera from sea coast to 900 meter above mean sea level. Some are lower elevations. Then Coffea liberica excelsa from sea coast to 900 meter above mean sea level as in Coffea canopera. Then flavor and aroma. Then actually superior flavor and aroma has with the Coffea arabica, and Coffea canopera has the neutral cup and not have such good aroma, but it can be used as instant coffee. But Coffea liberica excelsa has the bitter taste. Then we'll go to the fruit conversion ratio. Then to get the 1 kilogram of commercial coffee, we need to get the fresh harvest of 5 to 6 kilogram of fruits. But Coffea canopera, to get the 1 kilogram of commercial coffee, we need to use 4.5 to 5 kilogram of fruits. But here it's not given the rate. Then the special characteristics, actually high price in the market for the Coffea arabica. You all know it has superior flavor and aroma also. But Coffea liberica excelsa, cost of harvesting and processing is somewhat high because it has small and hard fruits. Then the coat is tightly fixed with the fruits. Therefore, it is very difficult to do the harvesting process. Next, we'll go to the recommended hybrid varieties. There are 3 kind of hybrid varieties originated from different kind of species. Then Catimo. Catimo is a hybrid with more Arabica features. Then Catimo can be grown in low elevation regions as well as high elevation regions of wetter part of Sri Lanka. You all know Arabica. Arabica can be grown in higher elevations and cooler regions. But this hybrid, even though it has more Arabica features, it can be grown in low elevation and also higher elevations of wetter part of Sri Lanka. Then IMY is a hybrid, but it has Robusta characters, more Robusta characters. S274 also Robusta characters. We'll go to the botanical characteristic and branch in habit of Coffea. Then actually it has opposite leaf arrangement. Here you can see opposite leaf arrangement. This is the opposite leaf arrangement. Then tree height is about 2 to 3 meter, and leaf has the wavy margin here, wavy margin, and there are two type of branches. The first one is called orthotropic branches, that is vegetative branches. Then second one is the plegiotropic branches, that is reproductive branches. Then opposite leaf arrangement. Then here you can see very clearly opposite leaf arrangement. Leaves are arranged in opposite manner. And leaves have wavy margin. That also you can clearly see in this picture. Then here you can see the branching pattern. Then orthotropic branches are the vertical branches, and those are called vegetative branches. Then here you can see these are the orthotropic branches, the vertical branches. Then plegiotropic branches, those are horizontal branches. Here you can see protein branches, those are horizontal branches. Then here you can see horizontal branches like this. Those are the protein branches. Then we finished first part of the coffea cultivation. Again we'll meet the second part of the coffea cultivation later.